Hello, once again, and welcome to another edition of this crazy mixed up world. This is Kev, and uh, just getting on a little late, but that's okay. Of course, that's of course okay with you guys. So, what is going on? I hope everybody's week has started out good, or okay, somewhat. Seeing that we are lucky to see each day, as many would say. Yeah, but let's have some reminders before we get started. Yeah, be mindful of the message that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Um, that you know that this is a program that is filled with all kinds of fun language. Also, when you walk into this place, please like the video. Likes are for free. They are for the algorithm. Algorithm loves likes. They even love dislikes too, even though they've taken those off display. Um, I would love to put in. I would love to participate in the campaign that puts that dislike display back up. But hey, only one can only dream, now can we? Anything that I use on this program that is not of my original production is, of course, gonna be fair use. It's for stuff that will definitely get me a copyright strike. Yeah, so I understand that. A lot of people have so many choices of where they can choose to spend their time. So, for all of you that spend your time watching this program, thank you in advance. And that is especially for um, that is especially for all of you, the ones who participate in the chat. So let's see who we got going. Who's here so far? Phil Brad, RPM. What is up? LaShawn Jefferson. Salute. Finally catch you live. Oh well. Thanks, of course, for being here. Um, Ted Gunderson. What's going on? So let's share this screen. I just want to show you guys something real quick. A little video that's been going around. Hurry up and buy. What's going on? Says Trump getting locked up. Yeah, they raided one of his homes. So what could that be about? Let's see. Say Max Soul excellent. What's going on? See, you guys are the reason why I show up here each and every time I do a live. So I appreciate you all on a constant basis. Just want to wait a minute. Hold up. Whoa, whoa. I thought I had that video up. Hold on one second. Well, I tell you the truth. Just like I said, as you walk in, please hit that like button. Uh, uh, all right, I got the video queued, so we go ahead now. Toya the Texan, what's going on? They said they just caught that dude Ezra Miller too and let him go. Uh, well, that's a guy that is a special privilege. So I hope y'all understand that. Yeah, Ezra Miller is a actor that is in the DC universe uh, continuity of movies, like with Superman and Batman, and of course, if if you understand what the story is behind that, they chose him just to check off some boxes. Okay, so I guess apparently, Jesus Christ, get off my screen. Jeez, hold on. Let me oh, okay. All right. This video has been going around social media for like a week or so, right? And I guess apparently this is a this dude is in the middle of getting finessed and he realizes it, so he decides to, let her know what the business is, and um just want to discuss for a second, the just is a little bit about playing people for stupid. Although we are aware of certain things, uh, we have a tendency as a people to play dumb, especially in certain situations, like I guess the one we're about to see. So here you go.
On my mama, Shorty got me all the way up. So let me explain to y'all. Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months. You feel me? I done spent damn near 5 G's on this. She talking about she don't want nobody to touch her. Man, you got me up. You mean well you can leave? First of all, hold on. I spent first she told me she don't even fly Spirit, right? Talking about she don't fly Spirit. Okay, so I get her Delta. That's damn near 600-700 last minute, right?
Delta.
So plus her bags, check-in, all that shit. We go get her the Uber, all that shit. Then I'm damn near at 2 G's already. So we get here. First night I'm being a whole gentleman. I've been a whole gentleman. Have you not? Have I not been a gentleman to you though? Have I not did anything? But you should have knew what it was if I flew you out here though. Why come out here then? So y'all, this is the Instagram model. You know what? I ain't gonna even be no petty ass. Put your name on there like that. Okay, so why would you come halfway across the country knowing you didn't want to on that? I didn't say you did. You know what it was though. You knew what it was. You want to spend money. I spent 5 G's on you. What are you talking about? 5 G's. What are you talking about? So look, she did. Oh, let me talk. Shut up. Then we about to go eat, right? So Shorty told me she hungry. So Shorty, call him. Pack all this shit. I'll help you leave. Pack all this bunk up. Pack all this shit. Pack all that shit up. It's not even about the. It's not even about.
All right. First of all, fair use once again. Yeah, let me say something about situations such as this, and I think that we as men need to understand that number one, um, Shawty knew what this guy wanted if he is spending money like that. So, but she is absolutely correct. She doesn't owe him anything for that, and it, here's the thing: what you can do to prevent that is make all intentions clear um, before anything like this pops off. Personally, the logic that I see in this is that you know he I mean, it was a trick situation. I don't think that he would have spent that much money on her if she wasn't giving him hints or indications that something might actually go down if he were to spend that kind of bread on her. But I believe more so that this is an L for him because he keeps saying, "Well, I spent 5 G's. I spent 5 G's." Uh, no, man. Is well, and I bet you I bet you this is one of these dudes that be talking about I got all the game and let me put you on game, bruh. No, you can't. You can't. You can't buy affection. I mean, if she wanted to come out there to do that, then you with a female, you're likely made clear of what the intent is before you go through all that trouble right there. So I mean, both of them on some fuck shit, but I mean, in a situation like this, and some of you may not agree, I will probably put more responsibility on the guy. I mean, like I said, nobody owes you anything.
It's really about the money because it ain't about nothing. You feel fight. So listen, we get off the fight. Let me tell the story. We get off the fight. Somebody, we went back to the room. She's like, I'm hungry. I'm alright. Well, let's go to a little restaurant or something. I'm trying to get her something to eat. She's like, oh, nah, I only eat the best. I want some crab legs. That's nothing. So we go to the restaurant. I spent damn near ordering steak, motherfucking crab legs. I'm buying all that shit though. Being a pure gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Being a real. So I spent damn near 5 G's on this already. Who you want? You can leave. You can go. Yes, I'll help you. Pack this shit up. You can get the all out. Get all your shit. Pack all it. It's already packed. Yeah.
So he met her on Instagram. I don't know. I guess this is what they mean when they say that they're winning or something like that. To get all you have to do is be somewhat pretty on a website or a social media website, and you can get an all expense paid trip. Now brothers like this, for me, he's messing up the game. I mean, or he's participating in a game that's already been messed up for years and years and years anyway. you know. And the all the advantages that these types have these days, I'm like, why is old boy surprised? Like, don't spend the money like that. I mean, if you were real with you could get into a certain place without having to do all of that. I've experienced it, and I've seen it firsthand many times. I just don't understand brothers like this. And just for her side, she knew what it was. She knew what it was. She knew this dude was gonna want something. That's why she would get on a site like Instagram in the first place. She's selling her sexuality to the highest simp.
Tell them how much money I spent, though. Tell them how much money I spent. I can get some. It ain't enough for me to call. I got another coming through. I got another coming through. I got another coming through. So you can leave. You can get the.
Well, at
Get
least,
your shit.
well, at least he had a backup plan.
Get your shit. Been here 2 days. 2 days talking about, I don't want nobody touching me. Ain't no
2 days.
None of that. None of that. Put your shoes on. I ain't on that period, nothing. What you do?
Man, you're a little slower than me.
Please, come on now. Get your.
This man said 2 days. She had been there 2 days. Man, look, I don't know what it was after 2 hours. 2 days? And then he said he got another bitch on the way. these, these bros.
Your ass out of here. You got me all the way up. Alright. Like, you better chill. Like, you know, I don't really get on your ass for that. Can you get the out? Can you get the out? Can you get the? I can get my way any day, baby. That money, nothing, baby. I hope that 5 G's is worth it. Hey, man, you look out and put your
These dudes be
Instagram
peacocking.
on. If you keep talking, I'm going to tell everybody what your Instagram is. Yes, please, leave. Get the out. Bye. 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 You back home. Catch your ass over. Where you going? You don't even know where you're going.
Don't worry about where I'm going.
Bye.
Don't worry about where
Okay.
I'm going.
Bye. Get your bum ass out of here.
Now, who y'all would say was the winner of that exchange? Do you think it was him or do you think it was her? I see y'all down there. I see weather. What's going on, my brother? Can't see in red. Can't see in red say she won. Weather said that's Kev, that was Jap. I don't know if that was Minister Jap or not, because that's who y'all talking about. So let's not start up any rumors without any proof. I agree, Kid seeing red, she won. Said 2 days, no rub down. He 1,000% need to buy it. Damn, buying some name brands get you action. However, catastrophic impact X83rd Power said she won. She got free food, free attention, free validation, free room and board. And from the way it sounded in the video, it looks like she was on her way to do another chump like that. Do you know how many guys this woman got in her DMs already? I mean, despite how I may feel about the situation, despite where you guys may feel about the situation, the one thing that I always say that is a constant, and the reason why you can't really, some people may disagree with me saying this, you can't really change these bitches. You can't change them. They're gonna keep doing this. The reason why you can't, and the reason why you can't do anything, you can't change them. You can't do this other stuff that people put in acronyms is because of the fact that there is always a simp. Whereas you're gonna spend $5,000, bro, somebody else is gonna spend like maybe 6 or 7,000. Those guys exist. Now I know that guys like us aren't gonna do that. We're too smart for that shit. And then we got to hit a home run for way, way, way less. I mean, hurry up about said not the minister. KNC and Red said he lost 5 stacks and he's salty. Yeah, yeah, I mean, for real, $5,000 is not a small number. Let's not pretend like we're all millionaires. But see, I believe the difference between us and that guy is we probably wouldn't let it get to $5,000. Shit, I won't let it get to 500. Five, like, said, hurry up and buy. Yeah, facts. Bitch better be happy with these $40. This hybrid says that's why I don't feel bad for these women that be crying on Instagram over not being able to secure a high value man. Well, I tell you, that's your boy. Your boy has lasting impact even after his death. Yeah, why? Well, like I said, she knew. She knew. She knew exactly what that man wanted. And is she wrong for not giving it to him? Nah, because it sounded like to me that he didn't make himself as clear as possible, and because that happened. Dang Juan, what's going on? I mean, it said pay for pussy at that point. Yeah, I mean, shit. You mean to tell me with all that money that he just throwing around, with that level of game, that he just can't cut a deal for $5,000? I mean, it's 5 stacks. There's a lot that you can do with 5 stacks. I mean, if he was gonna do it like that, he might as well would should have just tricked it off. And like, and let me ask y'all this: isn't it tricking? Like he wanted to pay 5 stacks so he can get some pussy. 5 G's. That man was already in the tricking game. Yeah. That's what make you like we already have a way of looking at tricking for real, for real. So I would never promote that, it's a good idea to trick. But what has to be the absolute worst is that he was tricking and he got nothing out of it. he got absolutely zero out of it. I mean, like just think about it. He made his intention for spending $5,000 to splack those hams, as we used to say back in the mid 90s. Yep. That's why we had that's why we had this view on tricking because it feels better and it feels you feel more validated as a man if you can get what you want without having to do all that. Said he was ghost tricking. What these dudes be saying like like when they on the way out there? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker now. Yeah, I got this broad coming in town. Say he got blue ball to 5,000. Well, he better get that bottle of lotion and solve that problem. No, then he even said in the video that he got another bitch on the way. Man said Weather said passport bros should take him under their wing, show him how to trick properly. Yeah, but let me get to the let me get to the title of this broadcast right here. Just wanted to show you some real quick. Got 19 likes in the building. If you are here and you haven't pressed that like button yet, what are y'all waiting on? What are you waiting on? I mean, I believe if you're watching that you're definitely in the right place. Might as well go and hit that like. You're not paying anything for it. I mean, technically you are if you're paying for the service that is providing a connection to seeing this program. I mean, in that way, but it's nothing extra. Just you guys get the idea. But why would I come up with such a title? I came up with this title 3 days ago, and I'm sitting up here right now asking myself this: Why would I come up with such a title? If the black woman was God, y'all would call her a pick me. I mean, you absolutely would because let's talk about the concept of God, and I'll try to go into this without being too blasphemous. To not to disrespect anyone's beliefs because I do understand that we are dealing with a multitude of people who have different beliefs. I will start with my beliefs. I believe in something that is greater than myself, meaning that I have pretty much an open mind that about certain things that might be extra normal or beyond my plane of consciousness, something that's driving us all. Some people will call that God. You know, what is whatever on that. Do I believe that um, this physical life that we have right now on this planet stops when we die? Mm, I'll tell you just like this: most of us, including myself, would rather think that there is something you know, after we become too physically weak and we pass away from this form. But none of us who have actually spent a great amount of time there on the other side has been back to return and explain. You'll say these folks have out of body experiences, but I don't know, they might just be hallucinating. So, you know, the baseline definition of God, I would say, is an all powerful, all present, benevolent being. Benevolent meaning that he or she is a good guy. Okay, so if there was an all powerful, omniscient, omnipotent, just being that's like that, that can just touch something and change it completely. Just I don't know, just a magical being or whatever. I don't like to put spirituality and magic together because then it sounds all kiddish. But if there was a being that was like that, and that being just happened to be a black woman, which people believe and will push that God is a woman, a black woman, possibly because the earliest remains, earliest skeleton was found in Africa, some shit like that. So, say let's for the sake of this conversation say that it's true. Now, if this was a benevolent being and was thinking like down the middle, was not thinking about, the advantages given to her by the law or the government, did right by everyone, then that person or that being would probably get called a pickme. Why this logic? I mean, because of the logic that I see on a day-to-day basis from our people. Now, just think about it. I'm just concerned with melanated folks. But I mean, I've been seeing it with other groups. This logic is just all over the place. Now, with your concept of God, do you believe that she would act like any of these old sisterhood minions if, say, granted that she was a B dub? Do you think that? Do you think that she would actually believe and think in terms of the problematic B dub that we see all over social media? I'll give you an example, Cynthia G. I'm not saying that to promote her content because I don't even watch her content. All I know is she's very, very, very disagreeable toward black men, adversarial, oppositional, not on our side. I can't imagine any representation of God looking like her, to say the least. Now, if a black woman was God, it would explain a lot. If you want to liken her to the modern day B dub that we see physically walking around every day, I'm just saying, you know, my hope is in the children that they won't that they will be free of our accursed mistakes. I say children to say that they have yet to do the stupid shit that a lot of these older teenagers and these young adults do. Even some of the middle-aged adults, I mean, they're not free of this. But think about it: a benevolent, impartial, down the middle being who, if granted, they find out that okay, there's definitive proof. There's uh, the B dub, the black woman. God came down, and it was a melanated female. And it had Kevin Samuel standing right behind. Oh man. I mean, hell. I mean, if I were to see something like this, God came down and God was a black woman, I wouldn't be upset. I would just be like, explains a lot. But I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't, factor in the fact that you have all of these people out here that be on the dumbest logic, be on the most nonsensical crap that you've ever seen. I just don't believe that in what has been displayed throughout the centuries on the contributions of man to building us up as a civilization into what we are today. It would be quite the shock if you were to find out that God was a black female. Based on my human level of consciousness. But for what we have constructed God to be, I don't believe that God would, I would say, approve of someone like Oprah Winfrey or Gabrielle Union or Jada Pinkett Smith. Those kind. You know, said weather. I see you down there. Let's see. Ted Gunderson said, I crossed over a couple times. I don't understand how a mind can hallucinate something it's never conceived of. Whole new ideas and concepts out of nowhere. Hybrid says, pretty sure there will be earlier skeletons than that woman. They all just probably disintegrated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just because it was the earliest skeleton found doesn't mean that it was the first skeleton. Now, that was the oldest one they were able to find. Keyword find. Okay. Whether if God were a black woman, there would be no Christ and Satan. Satan wouldn't have just been expelled from heaven. I actually think an appropriate comparison is the black woman in Jezebel. Hmm. Yeah, but this is we are in our fallen state. Sandra looks lonely and homely. I wouldn't be mad, but she would have some answering to do. Weather says it's an insult to God to box him into anything pertaining to black women. Now, if we're going to talk about God and other planes of existence, we cannot think in the framing of your modern day earth born, Western cultured black woman. You probably would have to go a little bit higher than that, you know, beyond our pettiness. Dane One said he died too. Mm, wow. But if you are on that, you're absolutely correct. Whether in saying that it's an insult to God to box him into anything that is pertaining to what we see here every day. Mm. Yeah, let me get back to what I was saying. Let me get back to what I was saying about God being called a pick me. Um, So even if God was a black person, granted, black man or black woman, Do you think that God would be fair? A and I'm not sitting up here saying that God is a black woman, or God is a black man, or whatever God is beyond our level of comprehension. So I mean, but say if it was fair and benevolent and just this all powerful being that is all good, and you know the city that they reside, which is supposed to be heaven, is supposed to be this great place where you just have this constant good time every second of every minute of every day. I mean, I can't imagine a person like that being bitter. I just can't do it. Dane one said there is an afterlife. There's an afterlife. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I would like to believe so, but like I said, no one that has been there has ever come back to tell about it. I mean, you have these stories, and I'm sure that your experience is a legitimate, viable one, and maybe you have a little bit more understanding of what I'm trying to relay to you guys than even I do. That'd be one that'd be one heck of a thing to die and be able to come back. Hmm. Brother said God only hates sin, not people. If God was black, he'd be the same God as he is in his current, which is the color of jasper, according to the Bible. Uh, Said B dubs are always bigging up themselves. Yeah. Shoot. Imagine, the reasons why they give themselves such props when it comes to marching for dead black men. We're out here marching for you guys, and you guys be uh, talking about us like this. And mm, yeah, Ivory Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power says there are galaxies out there, and I don't think we are the only life form around. Outer space is too big. Yeah, well, I guess this is a good time to talk about. I had this discussion. I think, yeah, when I was about 20 years old with a group of guys that I hung out with. You know, it was it was those were the guys that would introduce me to cannabis, THC, the herb, the sticky icky icky. So I was talking to them. Right, it was like four of us. You know, one guy was agreeing with me, the other two guys weren't, and we were discussing that this universe is too big for us to be the only ones in it. It is far too big. Like a lot of people think the universe is the solar system and some stars that might be on the outskirts. That is simply not true. Like I'm sure a lot of people have seen that picture of a satellite that was it was I guess it was recording what it was seeing like in one spot. And what happened was, at first it was dark, but then it sat there for a while, and it got this image of all these galaxies that are out there. And for us to be able to reach those galaxies, we would have to have like a million years to spare. I mean, it is no joke out there. There are far many more galaxies, solar systems, uh, just maybe everything you can think of. Like, you know, it's been said that there are some planets that are just like Earth that are out there in space. You know, if we could somehow make it to those planets, we could colonize there. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I guess I've been watching too many movies, but shoot, you might get to that Earth and it'd be like everything on that planet is designed to kill humans or some shit like that. Yeah, got to be careful. Shoot, let me look at these comments. Said, cause they blame men never meet the sins and for the sins and choices made. Sound like devil has in ear like that apple. Yeah. Said Day One. Say, I believe that we are the only humanoids, but I believe in alien cells and bacteria. Brother says Ken Ham broke down the fallacies of space in a lecture years ago. God would never allow man to breach the outer limit of our understanding, which, by the way, is what man has been trying to do. Mm. RPM said a married girl from Mali years ago, and she is Dogon. We would talk for hours, and I do believe what I was told by them about space and the afterlife. Then he goes on to say, I have never died, but I've seen way too many spirits to think this is it after we go, or us being the only ones here. No, I don't believe that we're the only ones here. I don't. I don't. I think that man and Earth. I think that for, at least with this generation, I think we're all stuck here. I think there might be some stuff while we're looking out there. There might be some weird stuff going on down here. Shoot, they probably got a but like I don't mean to start talking in tongues that might sound like conspiracy theories and stuff, but hell, there might be some underground cities. Shoot, yeah, some weird stuff going on. Some weird stuff going on, but yeah, guys, thinking about cutting this one short, cutting this one short. Just not much to say. I thought I would be better with conveying this a little bit, but there's not much that I come up with just to drive this point home. I do apologize if y'all were expecting a little bit more from me, but think now is the time for me to reflect on what I'm gonna do next week when I come here and make sure I got plenty for you guys. One thing that I will say about the average content career creator is that they are hard workers, and that should always be taken into account. Do you know how much effort it takes to come up here and do this? Yeah. Mm, yeah. So just wanna just wanna let y'all know that you are a great group of guys, and thank you for coming through once again. But let me see. Y'all starting to say stuff about Hollow Earth. Say we haven't even expressed the depths of the ocean. I think you probably mean think you probably mean explored. Yeah. Said Kev, if you ever have an extended show on this topic, I'll hop on the panel. Science, history, religion is my wheelhouse. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just one thing that I will probably end up getting into is to have these kinds of conversations because I don't know. I don't know if you guys have been very very nice about these programs and these broadcasts that I've been having, but um, just want to find things to talk about that will make these types of broadcasts more interesting and fun, and just I don't know, just make sure that I can stay as passionate about it as others seem to be. I would say, yeah, but yeah, definitely weather. Well, I was gonna say whenever you're ready, we can do a show that gets into that you know kind kind of subject matter. Mm, yeah. One thing, weather. I'll answer that. I'll answer that. One thing that I did, and I have been accused of this stuff in the past, in the distant past, of being just harsh on women and not being harsh on men. My whole goal is to just have a conversation. I just don't think that I think that a lot of trouble could be prevented if you just talk about it and hash it out. And this I wanted to make a YouTube channel as one of the places that you can come for that because as far as black men in general, we were never giving those type of platforms. I mean, sitting down amongst ourselves, sitting in a barber shop, maybe, we could have those kinds of conversations. And even in an environment like the barber shop, which, has to go with a level of decorum and professionalism, they won't ever go as the conversations won't ever go as far as the conversations here. But one thing that I do see that it's just why it may be a little fun and exciting for some, but not really for me, is when people start to argue and starting to threaten each other and then start doxing each other. That's just yuck. So I do believe in the accountability piece. I just don't believe in beating anyone over the head with it. If they're not a reasonable person, then there might be an amount of time that you're wasting trying to get them to be a reasonable person. So I'll just go ahead and end with that, folks. Once again, I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching and being here. And I'll be back with some interesting stuff this weekend, next weekend. So, thank you very much once again. This is Kev, and I am out. Peace.